Hi, I'm your host 3, and this is the Personal Details Podcast. Thanks for visiting. I'm so glad you're here. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are a repeat listener, shout out to you, and thanks for coming back. Let's get into it. Well, hi, folks. It's 3, your Personal Details Podcast host. If you're new here, welcome. If you are not new, then welcome back. And I hope you brought a friend or tell a friend. It's been some time since we've been together, and I hope in between our episodes you are using our Instagram to interact and follow and share your information. I usually ask plenty of information in polls and questions and different things, and I share things that I find funny with my sense of humor. Anyway, I hope you've all been doing well, and I cannot believe it is almost March. I mean, what month is this? That's how I've been feeling. Like, didn't we just celebrate New Year's? Okay, Valentine's, not really a holiday, but it's almost Women's History Month. We're celebrating Black History Month. We're celebrating International Women's Day is coming up. I mean, wow. It feels as though the year is running by, which means we're about to be almost 1/3 in. And what have we done? Are you doing anything differently? Are you celebrating your small wins? I guess it's check-in time. Let's get into it. I will know love when I realize I have to love the love that is present right now. Have you ever confused loving someone with wanting to be in a loving relationship with them? It's perfectly natural and normal for a human being to want companionship of another human being. People can love you and care about you without experiencing you in an intimate, loving relationship. I know it may be a little hard to swallow. It may also be confusing. I offer you this. Cool out of the demand to be in an intimate, loving relationship. Open your eyes to the love in the relationships you have right now. Until today, you may have been confused about the people who choose not to have an intimate relationship with you. Just for today, be devoted to embracing the love, support, and comfort you receive in relationships you have with family, friends, and co-workers. The affirmation is, today, I am devoted to embracing and acknowledging the love I receive in all my relationships. Today, I am devoted to embracing and acknowledging the love I receive in all relationships. Let's say that together. Today, I am devoted to receiving and acknowledging the love I receive in my relationships. Thank you.
Be careful of your jokes. Sometimes people are not strong enough to take a joke. You joke about them, about their appearance, about their intelligence, whether it's school, college, wherever it may be. Be careful. When you make people feel low and belittled, the day is coming. Kama tadino tudan. What you did to others shall be done unto you. When you break someone, you shall be broken. Done. Did you hear that? When you break someone, when you think you're petty, or You want to swear, abuse, hurt, cause depression in the cases of people you keep mocking. And that's why be careful of your jokes. Sometimes people are not strong enough to take a joke. You joke about them, about their appearance, about their intelligence, whether it's school, college, wherever it may be. Be careful when you make people feel low and belittled, when you break someone.
So February is about to end. What have I done all February? February started out great. I had good times with great people. I had brunch. I had some trips outside. I stayed inside. I created things. I recreated some things. And I'm just feeling good about February. But February has its mix. I've been looking back. You know how Facebook sends you your memories? I've been looking back, and there are themes in February. There's rebirth in February. And by the time you listen to this, the snow moon has already passed on February 24th. And the snow moon brings a chance to let go of the old and jump into the new. And that's what February's theme has been. I've even lost some things, found new ways of doing things, and also let go of some people. That's right. You got it first. That's the T. Not on purpose, but I just realized some people faded away and I didn't even notice. And then there was other people that I was like, they faded away. Let me give them a call. Let me say hello. Let me do something so that I don't totally lose touch of the people I don't want to lose touch with. But you know, life sometimes is life, and so I can't be too hard on myself for losing track. But always get back on track. What else have I done? So you definitely want to check out my new webpage. It's called 3 Made It. So that's going to be the new home of the podcast, the crochet, the handmade sewing items, and my journals and calendars. I didn't tell you about my journals and calendars. So I did a thing on my birthday last year, October, and I wanted to have created something on my birthday or by my birthday. And on my birthday, I published a journal. And online, it's on Amazon. It's called the Hibiscus Writing Journal. I picked the flower hibiscus because it's sweet, it's beauty, it represents beauty, and it makes me think of my island. So the Hibiscus Writing Journal for my inaugural launch of a product. So yeah, it's under my pseudonym. So there's that. So I started this episode in February, and before I knew it, March had came along, and it was so crazy how that happened really quick. Did February seem to go by really quick for you? It did for me. But the great thing about February was I experienced a lot. I had great experiences, so I enjoyed that month. I was able to visit art. I was able to have meaningful conversations over meals. That's always a plus. But I have to say, what a phenomenon we're in, because more and more I hear people saying, are the days going by faster? I concur. There comes a point when you're like, you are happy to be moving, but want things to slow down. And it's like, girl, you can't have it every way. And that is something that I think a lot of us battle with. We want progress, but at the same time, we're like, slow down. Does that happen to you? Just thinking. So in March, we have started March. The 2 weeks of March, almost 3, I believe, are going by just as fast as February. March is an interesting month because to me it signals spring. And right now it's been signaling spring, but then it signals back to some winter temps. I am grateful that we are celebrating Women's History Month this month of March. The segments you hear from this podcast episode sound like they were in February, and they were, but that's okay because this podcast is not stuck in time. It's a reflection period for me, really. I have the moments to sit back and just think about what I've been doing, what I want to do. And one of the new things this month is that I had great new things added to my Etsy store. There are now t-shirts and mugs and sweatshirts with sayings on the front. So definitely go check out my Etsy shop. Link will be in the bio. Link will be in the show notes of the episode. I'm really proud of branching out in that way, finding ways to make my Etsy shop not just a seasonal crochet page and, well, seasonal to New Yorkers, because around the world it may be low temperatures somewhere. So again, shout out to my international listeners. I hope this calms your day or night as you go through your routine of living on this planet like the rest of us. Speaking of international, I don't currently ship internationally, but I hope to one day. And also my shop has sweatshirts and mugs and t-shirts and a throw blanket. It's purple and it has a saying on it, and I don't want to say what it is because I want you to go check it out. 3 made it. I am on Etsy, so awesome. I did want to talk today about love in non-intimate relationships, and you heard that in the affirmation today. The affirmation was about recognizing and appreciating the love that's around us that is not intimate, but is intimate in another way. I am so blessed to have the miracle of friendships that pour into not only my physical, but also my mental well-being. And I appreciate having that because I now recognize not everyone has friends over 20 years, friends that they can call, friends they don't see, and it's like nothing when you connect again. So I appreciate that. But I also do not appreciate people who do not take friendships seriously. And what I mean is, you show up for them, you show up for them, and you show up for them. But when it's time for them to show up for you, whether it be physically, you need assistance moving. Listen, real friends help you move. If someone has ever helped you move, that's a real friend, because moving is not easy. It's mental and physically challenging. It takes a lot out of you for a few hours, and you have to really appreciate someone to help them move. My personal opinion. So I want to shout out to everyone who has ever helped me move. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And I think as we get older, we should save money for moving if we're not already in a house. So if you haven't bought a house, or even if you did buy a house and you're early in your house purchase and you did your first home, but you know you're going to be moving to another place, save money for insurance. Just do it now. Just have a jar, throw things into it. That's the moving jar. Because at a certain point in time, I think it's your gift to yourself to hire movers. I don't know how I got on this tangent, but as you can see, I do not like moving day. I love packing. I love purging. I do not like moving. And so back to friends. Yeah, so good friends helping you move, helping pick you up from an airport. That to me was phenomenal. I've had a friend not only pick me up from the airport, but drop me off. And I was so appreciative because it came out of nowhere. It was at a time where I needed to conserve as much money as I could. And this friend came they didn't live next door. They came from afar, picked me up very early, dropped me off, and was there when I returned days later. And those to me are friendships, and acts of love and kindness that can't be replicated. It can't be requested. It just is what it is. And so I hope that you have that in your life, that you will get that in your life, or you are that to someone, because we as humans need those people. We need those friends, those non-intimate relationships. And I guess today, one of my personal details will be around having a male friend and it being platonic, but only to the two of you, and no one else can see that. And when women have male friends, if they are both single, why do people try to push them together? I'll be right back. So what happened to customer service? That is my question this episode. Customers always right. Customer service is number one, blah, 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 blah. Well, honey, that stuff is out the damn door. From your local grocer, local shop, salesperson, cashier, Uber, food delivery guy. Everyone has one thing in common these days: bad service. I mean, what happened? When did people decide that, fuck this shit, I'm out? So, thank you for listening. It's been a short episode. Took me forever to get this launched, but I'm hoping for an even better episode next. Thanks again for listening. This has been your host 3, and this is The Personal Details.